Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about severe weather once again, as the system that we've been tracking for the past couple days continues to move east, and now we could see a tornado threat in the Chicago metropolitan area. So let's get it started here with the Storm Prediction Center page. And starting off with our categorical outlook, we have slight and marginal risks. Starting off with our slight risks across 75,000 square miles and a population of 17 million people, including Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, Aurora, Illinois, Rockford, Illinois, and Naperville, Illinois. And our marginal risk across 212,000 square miles and a population of 23.2 million people, including San Antonio, Texas, Austin, Texas, Memphis, Tennessee, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and St. Louis, Missouri. Our tornado risks: we have a 5% chance of tornadoes across 22,000 square miles and a population of 11.1 million people, including Chicago, Aurora, Rockford, Naperville, and Joliet, Illinois. And a 2% chance of tornadoes across 98,000 square miles and a population of 12 million people, including Indianapolis, Indiana, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, St. Louis, Missouri, Madison, Wisconsin, and Springfield, Illinois. Winds correlate to slight and marginal risks, so a slight risk correlates to a 15% chance of strong winds, and a marginal risk correlates to 5% chance of strong winds, and hail is about the same, with that 15% chance in that slight risk and a 5% chance in that marginal risks. So, let's go through this hour by hour. Right now, we are looking at some thunderstorms moving across parts of Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, but eventually we start to go throughout the day, and this line continues to move east, and even though we're not looking at the very high end of this simulated radar reflectivity, we do have that cold front here as this continues to move through, and we start to see the prime areas of target for the day today start to get into the crossfire of these thunderstorms. This is right around, let's call that 4 a.m. Central Time, and we're going to go throughout the day today, starting off here with that line of thunderstorms moving through areas such as Peoria and Springfield, and moving into Bloomington between 7 and 8 a.m. in the morning, and we continue to move across areas like Bloomington, Champaign, Decatur, Illinois around this is 10 a.m., and we start to see Rockford, Aurora, Madison, Wisconsin start to get into the mix here. This is now around 11 in the morning Central Time. Chicago and Milwaukee get into the mix around noon as this threat continues to move through the region. And finally, we start to see that second line moving into the region now. This is right around, let's call that noon, and we see areas such as Davenport, and Peoria starts to get into it, and Springfield starts to get into it now. This is around 2 p.m. By 4 p.m., we see that Bloomington, Champaign, and Decatur area get into that second line of thunderstorms, and that second line of thunderstorms moves into areas such as Milwaukee and Chicago here. Let's call that 6 p.m., and Indianapolis gets into it around, let's call that around 9 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And of course, this severe threat will move into areas further east throughout the day, and eventually into the northeast into Monday. But the significant impacts, including tornadoes, will be very minimal in those areas. So here's our mixed layer cape, which we're not going to see a lot of. This is energy for thunderstorm development, but some areas in the region getting above 1,000 joules per kilogram of energy. That includes the Chicago metro just west of Chicago Central, and areas around Indianapolis as well, above 1,000 joules per kilogram of energy in the region. Next up is our Supercell Composite Index, which we use to see the chance of supercells developing in a region. And you can see here, we could see areas south of Chicago, around 14 on the index, and even up into Chicago, just west of Chicago, we could see up to 20 on the index. And finally, our significant tornado parameter, which is basically a scale of 1 to 10 on the chance of tornadoes to occur. It is going to be relatively low, but not low enough to just ignore. 2.5 in some areas, and Chicago itself very low, around 1 on the scale. But even though it is very low, doesn't mean that there aren't going to be any tornadoes or any impacts in the region. But that is the overview of the day. So that is all the information that I have. If you found this video informative, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell. But that is all I have for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.